Resizing an image is one of the most basic ways that you can change the image, whether it's for distribution, putting it on the web, sending it through an email, whatever it might be. The reasons for changing the physical size of an image range infinitely. However, it is an essential part of your workflow, knowing how to resize an image. And so in this movie, we're going to be exploring that and the different methods in which you can do it. The easiest method inside of GIMP is to use the Scale Image command, and that's found underneath the Image menu inside of Scale Image. And once you do that, it should pop up with a dialog box that looks something like this. And you have three basic points of control in here. You have the actual image size, which refers to the physical pixel size of the image, how big the space is it takes up on screen. You then have the print resolution, which is set in X and Y resolution. This is in terms of pixels per inch. I'll get to that in just a moment. And then finally, we have the quality setting. This is the setting that's used when resampling this image in order to change the physical size of it. You have three basic methods in here. You have linear, cubic, and sync. Cubic is going to be the best bet here. The others just don't work quite as well. Cubic is good for both resizing up and down, although you'd want to stay away from resizing up if you can help it. So image size at the very top. This is the actual physical pixel dimension of the document. Right now, this image is set to 4,000 pixels by 3,000 pixels, essentially. There's a little bit more to that. 4,000 and 3,000, but essentially it's 4,000 by 3,000. And so if we wanted to shrink this down to go out on the web, chances are it's not going to be at 4,800 pixels or 3,200 pixels or whatever this is. You're going to want it to be significantly smaller than that. Inside of these little boxes, you can just simply enter in a pixel value. If you're not sure what that is, check with your web developer or whoever is needing this web version of the file and see exactly what the dimensions are that they need. Once you know those dimensions, just come in here and type them in. Let's say that they said, okay, I need this at 600 pixels wide. Okay, just enter in 600 pixels for the width. And if this link over here on the right-hand side is connected, which it is, when you press the tab key, the height value will automatically adjust itself. If this is disconnected, it'll look like this. Then that means this value and this value are controlled independently of one another. Chances are you don't want that because you can get some serious skewing of the image. So let's go ahead and put those back together and everything will be fine. Now, the pixel resolution underneath here, right now it's set to 72 pixels per inch. You could also choose pixels per millimeter, per point, pica, centimeter, feet, exactly, whatever you wanted to choose. The point to this is actually changing the resolution of the image. The problem I have here is that it's a little misleading. You can't technically change the resolution of an image. Once an image is set, especially a JPEG image, the resolution is pretty much locked in. You can go down in resolution, but going up in resolution is theoretically not possible. You can't really create pixel data where pixel data doesn't exist. So increasing this to something like 300 doesn't exactly increase the quality of the photo necessarily. It does make it a 300 pixel per inch photo, but it's just entering in what I consider to be garbage data. So unless you're going from a high number to a low number, I would just leave this alone and try to stick with what you have. So in this case, I am going to be sending this out to the web anyway, so 72 pixels per inch is perfect for that. I now have the image size at 600 by 400. When you're ready to complete the change, just hit scale. Now when this finishes, you may see something like this on your screen and you're going to think, oh no, I shrank it way too far. That's way too small. The problem with that is you were looking at a 4,000 pixel wide image. Chances are you were looking at it at a certain percentage of its actual width. You weren't looking at it at 100%. So in order to view this image at 100%, just hit the number 1 on your keyboard and that will automatically bring it to 100% because GIMP remembers the last magnification level that you were at and automatically reverts to that as soon as you exit out of that dialog box. So now you've got this, it's at 100%, you've scaled it to 600 pixels wide and you're ready to save it or send it out to the web, send it off for client approval or whatever it is that you might need to do.